Okay. Welcome to the third episode of the Good Boys podcast. My name is JakeyT, if you didn't already know.
I'm Bones Unofficial.
Unofficial. He's not official yet. He never will be official. He will stay
Never.
unofficial forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, so sorry to anyone who has been watching the first two episodes. Some time has kind of passed, and that is my fault. My availability has been shot for the past couple weeks. So we're hoping we're going to just try to do this every week, have an episode out every week. I don't know. There's not going to be a specific day during the week
Just,
when it
just
will be
every week.
there. Just
Just one day between the week.
at some point every week,
Yeah.
we will have an episode out. So if you're here, thank you so much for stopping by. We have, in my opinion, probably a pretty strong schedule of things to talk about.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people, I realized over the last couple of weeks, have been pretty fucking dumb. So that's what we're going to talk about pretty much. So how's your week been going?
It's been pretty good. Pretty good.
Good. Yeah.
I almost fucking lost it one day, but besides that, it was fucking
we're
pretty good.
all pretty close to that
Yeah. How
breakdown,
about yourself? How's your week been?
It's been okay. I'm just tired. It snowed a lot here. It's
Is it
melting a
that
lot
bad?
now. It's melting now. It's fine now, but there's a couple days I was a little sketched out by driving. We'll put it that way.
You have
Uh,
those chains on wheels. What are they called?
they're called chains. That's all they're
Oh,
called.
okay.
No, I didn't have that. I have stud tires though, so
Stud
that worked
tires.
enough. Yeah, they have like studs in
Interesting.
them.
I've
Huh?
never heard of that before. I've never heard of stud tiles before. Very
Yeah,
interesting. I like that. I
yeah,
like the way it sounds.
yeah. So that helped a little bit. It was all icy and shit, and Tokyo drifting everywhere was pretty sick. But
If you see me.
yeah, so it's pretty good. But well, we will get into the stupid people. A pretty popular one from the last week that was on Twitter was an
Stupid
unfortunate,
bitch named Gorilla Girl.
yeah, Gorilla Glue girl.
Yeah,
Yeah. So if you don't know what Gorilla Glue girl is, she
a
decided
dumbass.
to use Gorilla Glue in her hair. Like actually put a bunch of Gorilla Glue in her hair to
Yeah,
style it.
it was like to like how like women usually put like baby hairs down and like layer it with like I think it's like got to be or something like that. I don't know, some like
I
weird
don't know.
hair adhesive, right?
Yeah.
And then basically she just said, "Oh, I ran out. Let me just go to the hardware store and just buy some Gorilla Glue." And just fucking smeared it all over her hair.
Yeah.
Couldn't move it at all. She tried putting water on it. Water makes it worse. I mean,
Yeah. So essentially what happened, or the ending to this story, is that she went to the hospital, uh, and really they just ended up shaving her hair because they had literally no other choice.
did they shave her hair?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I saw.
Oh, I thought they just removed the adhesive.
Nah, I don't. I think they like legit shaved her hair. I think
Is
she
she
put that
bald
much
now?
in. I want to say so.
Damn.
So yeah, it was all over. I think Instagram was aware it was like taking place, but I saw a lot of people posting about it on Twitter too.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw that on TikTok.
yeah. So first of all, for our own liability, never fucking do that. We don't
Nah.
think
Common
anyone.
sense.
Yeah, don't put glue in your hair or any adhesive that isn't for hair specifically.
Exactly.
That should be. There you go. You can't sue us. Perfect.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, so I don't know if she tried to sue Gorilla Glue or not, but they put
I
out
think
like a
she's
statement.
fine.
They had to put a
Yeah.
statement out about it, being like, it clearly says on our labeling that like you're not supposed to use like other than for, you know, hardware stuff, which was what it's made for.
Yeah.
Um, but clearly that didn't matter. And I saw some people trying to say that it was partially Gorilla Glue's fault. I'm like, you're fucking
No.
dumb.
No. You're
How?
fucking stupid if you think it's their fault.
How could
It
you
said
have that take?
yeah, on the back of the I don't have Gorilla Glue with me, but like on the back of the of like the bottle, right? Or the bottle.
Hmm.
It says don't put on your skin.
Yeah.
right? There's skin on your scalp. It's like right fucking there. What do you think's gonna happen? Like, it's not gonna get on your fucking scalp?
Yeah.
Like, they're fucking dumb. No.
Well, and I think that's the thing too, is the people trying to like say that it's somehow their fault.
Um,
Here's the thing, okay? I don't know how you operate in your life, honestly, because I get that it may not exclusively say don't put it on your hair, but there is a little bit of common sense that should come with the territory. I
yeah.
don't go to the store, get fucking Elmer's glue and rub it all over my chest because I want to wax my hair. I don't do that. I mean, Elmer's glue's fine, but like at the end of the day, I mean, come on, what do you think was gonna happen, really?
Yeah, it's
And
fucking stupid. It's the same equivalent as like saying, "Oh, okay, let me just borrow this from the store real quick and I'll bring it back later."
yeah, well, kind of like that, or like,
Feeling.
I mean, that's the thing is, you're not let's say, I'm trying to think of like a good analogy for it too, right?
Mhm.
The people who are defending Gorilla Glue Girl, thinking that it's their fault. I don't go to the hardware store and I don't go and buy insulation for drywall and think this looks like cotton candy. I'm gonna eat it. And just because it doesn't say not for eating on the package
Doesn't
doesn't
mean you
mean
can
that
eat
you're not
it.
fucking dumb.
Yeah. People were saying that she got confused gorilla snot, which if you don't know what gorilla snot is, it's a hair gel with a gorilla on it.
Oh,
And I used that when I was a kid, so I know what it is, right?
yeah,
But like the thing is that if you want to get gorilla snot, you have to go to a whole different category in the store, right? Like
yeah.
hair products and all that stuff. She went all the way to the goddamn fucking hardware section
Did she
just to
actually go to
fucking
like
get
Home
gorilla glue.
Depot? Do we know that?
We don't know, but like I mean, where's it gonna be? In the hardware or in the hairsprays and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing too, is I maybe understand if you're like looking for those two products and you get confused, but like they're not going to be in the same place. Like you're
Yeah, they're
obviously
not
not
gonna
going to be
be
the hair
something.
product section, so it doesn't even matter. So regardless,
He's
absolutely
a grown
dumb.
ass adult. Yeah, you should know either way that you're not supposed to be put fucking glue in your hair. Elmer's
Yeah,
glue, fucking gorilla glue, all that stuff. No,
yeah,
you're crazy glue.
yeah, exactly.
There's
I
no way.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I mean, just common sense things. I mean, I think a lot of people, I've in life, I've figured out that you know, critical thinking skills. Not everyone has them, and that's okay. But like, you got to learn at some point. Just
Yeah.
critical thinking, like, you know, hey, why is my let's say that she did get confused. Why is my hair product next to a hammer? I wonder why that is. Well, maybe you're not in the right part of the store.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean,
Like, let me go get my milk at the hardware section real quick, dude.
yeah, and then you end up getting,
Fucking paint.
caulk for baths and shit. I don't know.
I don't,
Um,
I don't, I don't understand why people are defending her because like this is common sense. Like this is something you know when you're a kid. Like the teachers teach you this when you're in school. Don't fucking eat the glue.
yeah,
The glues for fucking art projects and all that stuff. It's
exactly.
she's like what? She's like 40 and people are defending her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah, it's
defense for it.
her. There's no defense for it. She made her own decision. People shouldn't feel bad for fucking up. You know, that's on her.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
makes no fucking sense.
Okay, well, I'm I'm good with shitting on Gorilla Glue Girl. Just for anyone who's watching, just like I don't know, just pay more attention. If that was the issue, just pay more attention.
Just don't be fucking dumb.
Read labels. There's a reason there's labels on things to know what you should and shouldn't use it for. It's
Yeah,
that
but
simple.
don't be too literal. Don't be like, oh, I can't put it on my skin because it didn't say skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, common
Just common
sense.
sense. Yeah.
Don't be fucking
Um.
dumb.
Okay. So probably the biggest piece of news, in my opinion, from the past couple of weeks. We had a impeachment hearing here in the U.S. So sorry,
Again,
anyone who's watching that isn't from the U.S. You're probably gonna be about to get bored as shit.
they're very
Um,
interested in this though.
yeah, I mean, I sort of agree. But yeah, so we'll talk about the impeachment a little bit. So I didn't pay attention to the whole thing that was going on. I don't know what arguments were being made or anything like that. I don't really personally feel like I needed to hear arguments. I thought, you know, in my opinion, it was pretty obvious regardless on what happened. Um, but long story short, uh, President Trump or ex President Trump was acquitted of any impeachment charges, which still means he's impeached, but it doesn't mean that he can still run for political and uh, government office.
Wait, so he can't run anymore.
He can because he was
He
acquitted.
can.
So he can
Okay.
run in 2024 if he wants to. He could go run for governor of Florida if he wants to. He could go run to be treasury of some bullshit county in Florida near Mar-a-Lago. Whatever, but he can do it basically.
I wouldn't be surprised if he won somewhere there. To be on like east,
He
like somewhere like in the east. I wouldn't be surprised if he was governor of a
if
state.
he would win if he was in a red state. I mean, he would win governor easily.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't think he wants that. Honestly, I think he's
No,
too power hungry where he's going to want
he
presidency.
wants more. Yeah,
There's nothing less than that.
yeah.
Um so yeah, like I said, I didn't pay attention to the arguments. Um
What's her name? Like Anna Pelosi? Where the fuck her
Nancy
name is?
Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi. I remember she said. I think she said. You guys can fucking correct me if I'm wrong. I think she said, "Oh, he's almost out, guys. Oh my god," or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, and
yeah.
then people like commented, "Oh, everybody wants you gone too. Don't
And
be
she's not,
fucking."
and that's not totally wrong.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people on the left or Democrats don't care for her that much. I felt like, especially during the Trump presidency, I was feeling a lot more like fuck Donald Trump vibes rather than let's get shit done vibes. And
yeah.
not that I don't agree with the first vibe, but you need to at least have the second one too. So if you don't have the second one, then there's no point. Um, so yeah, but what did you think about the impeachment in general? What you think should have happened? What are your opinions?
Like personally, like I'm not much into politics. Not like I am, but like I'm not. Mainly, like I'll be like just fucking ignore it. But like um, pretty much, I think Trump should have been like fucking completely out of like running for anything. Just because I think he's very irresponsible and childish when it comes to like yeah, he did some stuff good, right? Like we can't like he did some stuff that helped us, right? Like the economy wise and all that stuff, right? But like he's just too fucking immature. He makes people fucking, do what they did in Capitol Hill. He pretty much like, influenced that to like keep going and all that. And he doesn't fucking care about any of them. He doesn't care at all. But I think personally he should have just been they should just made him not run at all. At all anymore.
Well, and that's the thing is that was really what the impeachment was for more than anything. It wasn't. I mean, he wasn't a sitting president anymore, so it's not like he was going to be kicked out of office. It was more so that he couldn't run again. Um, and I mean, I think there's a debate whether how much good he did for the country or if he really even helped the economy and that type of stuff. But as far as like the impeachment goes in general, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was pretty obvious what happened and why it happened. Um, I think if you are a person who thinks that just because he didn't literally say, I want you guys to go break into the Capitol, that
Doesn't
somehow
mean that, yeah.
you can't tie it to him. That's just, I mean, it's just bullshit, honestly. It's the same thing as Gorilla Glue Girl, is there's just common sense and you can't be 100% literal about every single thing.
Yeah.
Is there is inference. There's a reason that inference is a thing, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, he didn't really say that, but he was saying things along the line of,
Like, oh, they don't want us to
they don't want us to
win.
win. We have to go show that we're against this and blah, blah, blah. And he was talking shit
Exactly.
about Pence the whole time and that Pence wouldn't do any, for the American
Dude,
people, blah, blah, blah.
he was speaking shit on so much on Pence, and like when
Yeah.
like the impeachment trial happened, like they were like best buds that same fucking day.
Yeah.
Like
And
Pence was like, "Oh, Trump, homie, I missed you," even though
yeah,
Trump was
just
like,
dapping him
"Fuck
up
you."
in the White
Yeah,
House.
yeah.
Yeah.
People are thinking that Trump has some dirt on the Republicans, some blackmail.
I'd be surprised if he didn't. But I think my thing too is that, in my opinion, I have a hard time believing that the impeachment ruling won't hurt the GOP in the future, anyways.
Yeah,
I mean, literally, Mitch McConnell voted no, and then 5 minutes after, he's getting interviewed, and he's like, Donald Trump was guilty.
yeah.
he literally just like contradicted his vote right then and there, and proved that he should have voted yes, but he didn't. And I think that's my thing. Is I don't know why. Like, there has to be blackmail going on. I don't want to go like
Oh,
conspiracy
most
theorist here, but
definitely,
like,
most
he's
definitely.
not a president anymore. Why are you licking his asshole so fucking much now? I
All
don't
because
get
of
it.
the dirt, dude.
It must be. It's got to be
Maybe
something
the
like that.
maybe the fucking tea is so fucking bad, dude. Like it could be some Epstein shit.
Well, it's either that or I think people are scared because his base is so devoted to him
That
that if
they'll
he
lose.
sent out that statement about this person not doing what they're supposed to, blah blah blah, it could have been bad for that person,
That's
honestly.
true.
And so, not saying that excuses you voting no for something that, in my opinion, was super obvious.
Yeah.
Um, it it begs it also sets a precedent that, they were trying to argue that it was unconstitutional to even impeach him in the first place because he wasn't sitting anymore. Well, that's fucking dumb. Because what, a
I mean,
president can go fucking like do something, a couple weeks before they're out, and just because they left, oh, yep, well, it happened. Well, nothing we can do about it now. That's
like
fucking
wait, hold
dumb.
on. So what you're saying is like, oh, like if he signs some like new stuff before he leaves, that shouldn't go into effect right before he's leaving.
No, what I'm saying is the argument that the GOP was making before the impeachment started was that because he wasn't a sitting president, that,
They couldn't impeach him.
yeah, basically, which is stupid. So you're like telling me that a
Oh yeah.
president could do whatever he wants within 2 weeks or so, and just because formally you can't get an impeachment done in like 2-ish weeks,
Yeah, they're being too literal,
that
I
it's
think.
okay. Yeah, and
That's not,
that's makes no sense. Doesn't
yeah,
at all.
yeah.
You know. Um. So
I
I
thought
don't
you were
know.
saying like oh if he like pardons people right before he leaves, he can't like do that or something like that. Like comparing it to that, I guess.
No, I mean that's different. I don't care about pardoning and executive orders. He has the right to do that. But I'm saying, I mean, when you incite a riot to go break into the Capitol, and just because the dude pieces out 6 days later, we can't hold him accountable for that action, makes no
Hmm.
sense. It
Oh yeah,
doesn't.
that makes
And
sense.
then it sets a precedent that, or a precedent that any president can literally do whatever they want. It, that would mean impeachment normally, but as long as it's close to the time that they're leaving, once they leave, we can't do anything. That makes no sense. Like, they should
Yeah,
be held accountable regardless. So I'm not saying anything about like, executive orders or pardoning. I'm talking about like impeachable offenses.
yeah. No, I feel you. I know what you mean. I know what you're saying now.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, I mean, luckily they didn't rule it unconstitutional. That would have been absolutely insane. Um, but it still is a thing where, and part of it goes to I can't even talk, man. Our bipartisanship that, it's already hard enough to impeach a president. I didn't think he was going to get impeached. I
Didn't
wasn't.
they impeach Reagan?
Clinton, uh,
No, Reagan.
I don't know if it was Reagan. Nixon, I know that he did.
Nixon. Nixon.
Nixon,
That's his
yeah,
fucking name. Yeah,
yeah,
they
but I mean
impeached him, right?
that was obvious. I mean,
Dude.
I mean, it was, you basically had clear cut evidence of what happened.
Uh,
Um, so Yeah, I don't know. And this kind of goes into a conversation I was going to have with you because I remember a little bit ago on Discord, like we were having a
Yeah.
conversation about, Trump
Our personal
supporting
beliefs
versus
and all that
that type
stuff.
of thing. And
Yeah,
uh,
we talked about what's this like the football player Tom
Tom
Brady. Like,
Brady, yeah.
yeah,
And I made the
yeah,
comment that I thought um, anti-masking has some correlation to Trump
being
supporters,
against. And
and
I disagreed. Like, I don't like Trump supporters or Biden supporters, like mainly because they never fucking it's bullshit.
yeah,
But like it's because I said don't I said just call him a dumbass for not wearing a mask. You're just put him in with anti-masks and all that stuff. Cause like it's like I think of it as like, oh, you're putting a person with like specifically with like the Trump area because you know the whole fucking I can't explain it as well as I did on Discord, but damn,
it's like don't make the
politics.
excuse for them that it's because they're a Trump supporter. Like
Yeah,
just call them a dumbass. Like that's just the
yeah,
fact of the matter,
yeah.
which makes sense. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it's my personal opinion that I just think that dumbassery and Trump supporting correlates already. So I think that was
Yeah,
part of
I
it.
mean,
But
I see both sides of the spectrum. I understood like your point of view too, but like I'm just like
yeah. And
just stating out other things too, if
I
that
mean, I
makes
could
sense.
also made the point that well, of course they were in Florida. Of course they weren't fucking wearing masks because Florida. I mean, goddamn,
Florida's fucking crazy, dude.
dude, they're still having like club shows and shit, and it's
Yeah, they're
like
doing everything over there. They
yeah,
don't give a fuck, dude.
yeah,
Florida's fun,
yeah,
cool
and
place.
you know, I've I can't say that all Trump supporters are dumb. I'm not saying that because I think there are people who do have legitimate reasons to like him as far as policy goes and whatnot.
Yeah,
Whether I disagree with that policy is a different story, and it's okay for people to disagree about that type of stuff.
he's done
Um,
good things. He's done bad things.
yeah, and
Mostly
I
bad.
also agree with you with the Biden supporting thing. I personally, although I voted for him, it wasn't because I was voting for Biden. I was voting against Trump. Honestly,
Yeah.
I didn't care for Biden as a candidate. I was much more of a Bernie Sanders person. Um,
Very-
and the reason I was that way is because um, when I was in high school in a current world problems class where we talked about politics a lot, the 2016 election was going on during that time. So that class was juicy, first of all, because
Oh,
we had a lot to
dude.
talk
Yeah.
about. Um, but my teacher showed me this site called isidewith.com, and it asks you a bunch of questions about what your feelings are on the policy, and then it takes whatever candidates are in the running at that time, and it shows you how much of a percentage you agree with their policies. And I think the highest I was Bernie Sanders. I think it was like 95%, which is a
Yeah.
lot.
I think you told
um,
me about this, didn't you?
yeah, I could have bring it up. I don't know. So that's why I wanted him, and if we ever want to go into conspiracy theories, I think he was robbed of the candidacy personally.
Dude, they're fucking with him, dude.
Oh,
There's
100%.
no way.
It's
Because, like,
because
so
the
many people want him in.
well, yeah, but the issue is that the Democratic Party doesn't want him in because
Really?
he's too progressive and too socialist. That the Democratic Party are fucking pussies and don't want to have these progressive candidates because that usually means if you're progressive that you're like super anti-Republican, and
Well, that's like the point, though.
a lot of Democrats are much more moderate and want to work with Republicans or even believe some of their
Well, then
stuff
why are they fucking Democrats? Why don't they just fucking.
because there's a difference between the Democratic Party and just a Democrat, and there's a difference between the GOP and a Republican,
Uh-huh.
right? Is the GOP and the Democratic Party are like organizations of these people who deal with the governance, whereas a Democrat and a Republican is just this is what I believe. Um,
So if you
and
have, like, the most beliefs with that party, then you're put in that party.
yeah, and that's why I'm
Okay.
saying the Democratic Party, in my opinion, has been trying to suppress like progressives because here's the thing is like during the election cycle that just happened,
Yeah.
most progressives won in landslides. But the regular Democrats, or like the more moderate Democrats, those are the people who were losing their elections. And so
Like
it was
Bernie.
really clear that progressives were popular and more popular than your regular old schmo Democrats.
Okay, so
Uh,
Bernie's a progressive, right?
yeah, he's that. I
Okay.
guess you could call him socialist technically.
What was Biden then?
Biden is much. He's really like moderate for sure. He's much
Okay.
more in the middle.
Mhm.
I think some even make the case that he's probably more Republican than anything. But whatever. But and I didn't care for Biden. He's old as shit, and not that Bernie isn't either. But Biden is like, he looks like a tortoise. That's how old he is. Whereas Bernie, like, he still has like that energy and that power and that drive, in my opinion.
Dude, have you seen that meme where it's like where it's like Biden's like, what am I doing in here?
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that would be funny. Is as soon as Biden goes
Mhm.
into the fucking retirement home, it's just
There
Kamala
was
saying,
a
"We did it, Joe."
there's a clip and it was Biden signing some fucking bullshit. I don't know what it was. It's something important though, but I don't care. Um he was like, what am I signing again? Like you can hear him whisper, it's like, what am I signing? Oh well, and he signs it.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Is I don't know. I'm not a big fan of him personally. Um, so, but he was, I think, more than anything, he was the safe choice
The
because,
better of two evils.
yeah, well, it's that, and
Honestly.
I think he was the safe choice in the Democratic Party because I think, or at least the perceived safe choice, because I think they were worried that Bernie being more progressive would scare off a lot of your more older Democrats.
I like
Uh,
Bernie. He's cool. He's a
yeah.
meme.
Well, and I think that's the thing though, is I feel like I feel like he actually gives a fuck about people and the public,
Yeah.
whereas there's not a lot of government officials that I feel like actually give a fuck about who they're supposed to be supporting and ruling for. It's I think it's all personal interest in my opinion, or lobbyists and whatnot, and who wants to give me the most money to.
What's good come like I haven't like been keeping up with like the new policies and all that stuff and but not Bernie Biden's been signing.
I,
What's something good that he's like done so far?
I haven't really honestly been paying too much attention to what he's been signing. I think he had some good stuff the first day though. So 1 second.
So I saw something. It was like, oh, he's letting transgenders.
Back in the
Or
military.
yeah, even though they were able to go before then, but they
Yeah,
had
but
to like do
then
some
they
stuff
were
so they
banned
weren't
by
like.
Trump. He stopped the Dakota Access Pipeline.
Oh,
That was
dude,
one of
some
them.
people lost their jobs on that one. I know that.
Well, technically, but like at the same time
Temporary.
too. I mean, they'll be able to find jobs. I mean,
Yeah.
so this is a list. Re-engage with World Health Organization because we actually started to withdraw from them
Yeah, because
under Trump.
after the whole thing, yeah. That was
Obviously, like
bad.
COVID-19 stuff, we passed the stimulus, which I guess is technically isn't a Biden thing, but it happened. We rejoined the Paris Climate Agreement, which I don't really know what that is, so I can't really give
I,
a opinion on that.
yeah.
Um, was it the Dakota Access Pipeline or Keystone? I don't remember.
Same shit,
Um,
different toilet.
yeah, and then he preserved DACA, which is a really big deal for people who
What's
trying to find.
DACA?
It's dreamers or people trying to find citizenship, and they have certain protections under DACA.
Streamers?
Dreamers is what they're
Oh, I thought it
called.
was like streamers. I was like
No.
Twitch.
Yeah, they're all Twitch streamers. They're
Yeah.
all affiliate Twitch streamers just helping them out. So that was a pretty big deal. I kind of that was a cool one because we were starting to do away with DACA under Trump, and now people have an easier way to get to citizenship, which is good, and I think it's a good thing.
A lot of people is bad though. Like if we get too many people, it's gonna be fucking pretty
Technically,
bad.
yeah, but I mean, these DACA people, if I'm not mistaken, are very heavily vetted, and we know that they're not bad people and that type of
Okay.
thing.
As
So
long
that's
as they're
good.
not bad, I was like,
Yeah,
people can come in as long as they come in legally, I
yeah.
think so.
He reversed the Muslim ban from
That's
people from
good.
Muslim countries traveling here. He stopped the construction of the border wall.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the border wall either.
Better off. Like,
The border wall. Um, So I don't know. That's the thing is I'm not going to talk about anything I don't know anything about because
The
it's
wall was pretty dumb though. Not gonna
yeah.
lie.
I don't know. I think we could
Yeah.
eventually talk about citizenship
Let
and
me just put a
immigration.
ladder over it real quick.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean we can talk about citizenship soon.
Yeah, that's a
A
whole
different
different
time because
topic. Yeah.
it's a hard topic for sure. But
Shout out to my brethren.
I have my opinions on that. Let's see. Trying to think.
More stuff. What's something bad that Biden's done so far?
I mean, well, that's the thing is, I honestly haven't been watching that much
Uh,
because I'm sure he's just been doing boring ass shits, anyways.
yeah. Like, what are they writing again? No.
Yeah.
But, dude, quick conspiracy theory. Quick, right?
uh
Why? Tell me why McDonald's never has fucking ice cream, right? Vanilla ice cream to be exact, right?
Um,
Yeah.
I
If you
actually,
order a McFlurry, they have McFlurries, and that takes vanilla ice cream.
I actually think I've heard about this. I think I saw a TikTok from a dude who's a McDonald's employee, and he pretty much just said that the ice cream machine. I don't know if there's separate machines or not, but he said that there's just like a universal part that apparently breaks a lot.
Yeah.
Um, which is stupid because why would you have that part
Why
there?
have it if it's gonna break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but that that's what I heard. I don't know what's true. That it could be laziness. I don't know.
I think it's laziness, to be
It's
honest.
minimum wage anyways, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't even remember where we were at. We were talking about yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to Biden, honestly. Um
Biden's irrelevant. He's an old man.
yeah, pretty much. So
Just that. That's all I have to say about Biden. He's old.
yeah.
He's a dinosaur, dude.
Exactly.
He should have
Okay.
gone extinct a while ago.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're gonna move on to a little gem I found a little over a week ago. I don't know why this was a thing. It's super stupid. But I found a tweet that I thought was very interesting that I thought I needed to share. So here's a tweet. It's by Governor-elect Amanda Chase from Virginia. So she's going to be governor.
She's going to be governor.
Yes. So there was a hearing about marijuana overdoses, which I don't know how it's like having a hearing about unicorns.
Yeah.
Delegate, I'm assuming that's what Del means. John McGuire is speaking against legalization of marijuana. He said he had 7 to 8 people cry in his arms when he knocked their door. He said they were crying because their child overdosed. I have strong doubts that these kids OD'd on weed. And then Miss Governor Chase, elect, said Delegate McGuire is right. We have a drug problem in Virginia, and legalizing marijuana will only lead to more marijuana overdoses and deaths. Democrats want marijuana deaths. As your governor, I would never allow marijuana to be legalized. I think there's a lot to unpack here.
A lot of stupidity.
We'll address the tweet that she's quoting first.
Yeah.
First of all, your kids didn't die because of the marijuana. They died
No.
because they were probably dumb or they had something mixed in there.
They angel dust, bro.
Yeah, which doesn't. Why does that make the case to ban marijuana? I don't know, because I don't get that.
Like the pros and cons between marijuana. Like the pros are all the way up fucking here, and like the cons are just
Yeah.
non-existent, basically.
So you're telling me that if I snort cocaine off a balloon and I die, we should ban balloons?
No.
I mean, granted, fuck balloons, but
Fuck
that makes
balloons.
no sense. So, first of all, there's no fucking way you met 7 to 8 people about this shit, and they probably
Yeah.
weren't telling you they overdosed from marijuana. They were telling
He's
you they
fucking
overdosed in
capping,
general.
dude. Yeah.
And then we'll address her tweet, okay? We'll go line by line. We have a drug problem in Virginia. It's certainly not fucking marijuana, I'll tell you that much. And legalizing marijuana will only lead to more marijuana overdoses and deaths. There's never been a marijuana overdose or death unless it was like DUI. I mean, right? There's no
Yeah.
such thing as overdosing. You can green out, and I've heard that's terrible, but you don't die from greening out. You
No,
can
you
go to the
just get
hospital.
sick.
They'll wait until you come down. There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
And not everyone has great experiences on marijuana.
No,
I've
if
had
you,
some that weren't great.
I know I've had a fucking horrible one.
What's your worst marijuana story?
Fucking dude, I got fucking palpitations, dude. At what's that thing called? Where you eat something spicy and then fucking it was like heartburn? No, not heartburn. Oh,
Acid
acid reflux.
reflux?
Yeah,
Yeah.
acid reflux. I got that while high with the palpitations, and I was freaking the fuck out.
Mm.
And we called the ambulance. And what's it called? I tried so hard not to open my eyes because you fucking see all red and all that.
Yeah.
But they're like, "Oh yeah, he's just anxiety and all that." And I was like, "This is anxiety?" I was like, my chest felt fucking cold, dude.
Yeah.
It felt like water like going down my body. Like, if you take a shower and water falls down.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like that, but like there's no fucking water. It felt like inside my chest, and it was so fucking strange, dude. So
Weird.
strange. I was freaking. I was like, I think like 5 hours of that. Yeah,
Gotcha.
horrible. But
Yeah.
it's fun though. It's cool.
Weed's cool, kids.
Weed's cool.
Um, so yeah, my worst story was actually the first time I ever tried weed, and it was in edible form.
Oh
I
wait, hold on. Are we doing first experiences or bad experiences?
Bad experiences.
Oh,
This
okay,
this
okay.
was my bad experience. This is the only one I've had that was bad so far.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I had edible. I got the weed with the intention of getting indica because I wanted to chill out and maybe even help me nap for a little while or something. I was super tired. I'm always tired. Um, so
Sleepyhead.
I went and I got these little peanut butter cups because I love Reese's. Reese's are the
Fucking
absolute
hate
shit.
Reese's.
There's no fucking debate
I
that they're the
despise them.
oh, dude. Okay. We will. No, we're not going to go down this route
Hate
now.
them, dude. I hate them, dude.
That's bullshit. They're the best candy. So I got those and I took one. I was at my parents' house at the time. We were visiting, or we were staying there still, or something like that. Um, and I realized that I didn't get indica. I got sativa, which, if you don't know, sativa is much more for staying active and that type of thing, and indica is your relaxing weed. So I got sativa, even though I thought I was trying to get indica, because I told the person at the store I want indica, and they grabbed me sativa instead, which sucked. So I'm sitting
Dude,
on
you
the
got fucked.
couch, and if you've never taken edibles before, it takes about an hour or so for them to kick in. I'm super tired to the point where I'm already like practically falling asleep. Then the edible kicks in, and I for the next couple hours I was sitting there on the couch in this purgatory of I am so fucking tired. I could fall asleep and pass out right now, but the sativa was keeping me up. And that
Fucking
was
sucks, dude.
absolute hell because I was like closing my eyes and laying down, but I could not fall asleep. But my mind was racing though. And that sucked. And it lasted for a couple hours. I eventually slept it off, I'm pretty sure. But that was a really not great take. Now, with that said, legalize marijuana. There's there's no
Much,
reason not to.
much more benefits.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you're telling me that fucking cancer patients can take marijuana for medicinal purposes, but for some reason we should make it illegal. How does that make sense? How?
Yeah. I
Explain.
mean, I guess it's 'cause like there's like people that have an eating disorder, and what marijuana gives you, the munchies, right?
Yeah.
So if you have an eating disorder, and if you smoke weed, that dank,
Hmm.
it makes you eat, and then they gain weight from that.
Yeah.
So people say medical purposes, but like at the same time, most of them are using it for medical purposes, obviously.
Yeah. Of course.
They're using it for a good time. So yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with you. Legalizing
Yeah, so
everywhere.
the next line, Democrats want more marijuana deaths. You're absolutely fucking right. I want to kill your kids with marijuana. I'm going to be the worst serial killer ever. With a KD of 0. It'll be great. As your governor, I would never allow marijuana to be legalized. That's not going to make you very popular at all.
Yeah, everybody's gonna fucking hate you.
Marijuana, in my opinion, and I don't know what the stats are, but I have to believe that marijuana legalization has to be one of the more popular things in the US. I
Yeah,
highly doubt that there's any states where that's somehow not a majority popular vote.
yeah.
So that makes no sense. Um, so yes,
Kill your son or
Governor-elect
kids.
Amanda Chase, I want your kids to die from marijuana overdoses because that would actually be a first in world history. So yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And shout out to comedian Steve Hofstetter. He's fucking hilarious and he does a lot of political posts. He replied, "Let me check the numbers of how many people have ever overdosed on marijuana in the history of America. According to the CDC, it's 0. Turns out never. It's literally never happened in history. Congratulations. You've already eliminated marijuana overdoses. Great job." So, yeah. So, closing thoughts about marijuana overdoses.
There are none. There's
Exactly.
none. There are none.
I feel like you are more likely to find a fucking unicorn in the forest than to overdose from marijuana. People don't overdose from marijuana. They
They
overdose
green
from
out.
something that may be laced inside the marijuana, but that is that drug's issue. That is not a marijuana issue.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
legalization only makes that better. Right?
Yeah, the more you legalize it, the chances of it not being fucking laced are higher because they're mostly buying it from dispensaries,
Exactly.
et cetera. So if you legalize it, you're helping people not overdose on marijuana, even though it's a drug
Yeah,
that's placed in it.
and that's what I'm saying, dude. Is it's like that makes no sense. Why would you think like legalizing would make it so much better? Because
Exactly.
then you're not having people buy it on the fucking street where it could be laced with fentanyl and that type of shit.
Exactly.
So how
Exactly.
does this make sense? You know?
It doesn't.
Exactly. So
She's fucking adding 1 and 1 and getting 14 or something, dude. I
yeah,
don't know.
I don't get it. So okay. Well, I think it is ready or it is time for my favorite part of the podcast. It's called Funny in the Shit of the Week. Okay. I am the one who found this. And the reason I'm using this is because, Bones and I are both gamers. Hardcore.
Gamers.
We're both hardcore gamers. And if you have never played games before, well, actually, this is going to be better for if you have. If you ever played the old, Call of Duty lobbies, this is going to be the TikTok for you, honestly. And I thought this just encompassed what's great about gaming, personally. So I'm going to have to stop this really quick. And we are ready to go. I'm going to put it on the screen now. There we go. So this is captioned. This is by a user named Rhodesy. When you can't say anything, so you just scream. And this is just mimicking, your lobbies and whatnot. So we're going to refresh this really quick and we're going to play it. Oh.
I had 2 bullets in.
Yeah.
Dude, Modern Warfare 2 lobbies all over again.
This is exactly how it was, too. And I think the reason I like this one so much is the screams. Just like the random screams that don't contribute to the conversation whatsoever other than making noise. Yeah, and I will say I didn't really play like Modern Warfare lobbies or like the old Call of Duty lobbies because I didn't really have or play multiplayer until even recently. But do you have any nice little remembrances of your times in
In
those
Call of
lobbies?
Duty?
Yeah.
Nah, dude. To be honest, they're all fucking horrible.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Oh,
Good times, bad times. Oh fuck.
I like how I just screwed that up. Here, 1 second.
I gotta.
We'll fix it. See,
Yeah.
this is what happens. We're noobs. What do you want from us? There we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Okay.
Okay, thank God, dude. Thank God you fixed it, because I was like, I don't know how to fix this.
Yeah, no, it was my fault. Yeah, I didn't have those experiences, but when I would watch Call of Duty videos, that was my favorite part. Is listening to just people be absolutely fucking dumb in lobbies.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best thing in the world. It just is. So, oh gosh, yeah. Maybe I hope that we can bring those back. We're a little too soft now, in my opinion.
Yeah, Call of Duty's too fucking. I mean, not just that, but like Call of Duty's ass now.
Yeah, that's
It's so
very true.
fucking bad now. Yeah.
Very true.
Battlefield 6. Where you at? I want
Huh?
you. Battlefield 6.
Battlefield 6. Oh,
Yeah. I want
maybe
it
eventually.
now.
I want Gary's Mod 2, please.
I think
Thank
they're
you.
working on that, like some other version of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
didn't know
I think it's
that.
like an early stages.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know. I'll send you the link to the video that I saw
Okay.
later. I don't know when.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, that's all we had to talk about for today. We got, pretty serious and then pretty fucking stupid at the same time. So yeah,
Balance them out like cereal.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said at the very start, we're moving this from just like specifically on Mondays to at some point during the week we will be posting these episodes, and each time we will have new things to talk about, which will be great. At some point we're going to do a conspiracy theory episode and just gather our favorite conspiracy theories, like our top 3 per person, and we're going to have a little chat and discuss them and see how that goes.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, Sasquatch, that's a good one.
Yeah. Big
Yeah.
ass hairy monkey.
Yeah, me basically. So okay, so that is going to be it for episode 3 of the Good Boys podcast. We appreciate if you've watched all the way through, and you can
And
expect
if you didn't, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
No offense, obviously.
If you didn't watch all the way through and give us that watch time, screw you.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we will see you guys later. We'll see you guys next week, and yeah,
This has been the Good Boys podcast.
yes, it has.
Yes.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Fuck you.